Alright, in this video we're going to build our database and then migrate it. So to do that, let's go to our env file. So you open the file explorer, come to the env. In here where we already have our database name. Let us just copy the same one and then let's go to our phpMyAdmin and create a new database here. So in here in databases, let's just paste this name and then create. Alright, so our database has been created successfully. For now, we're not going to create any tables from here. We can just go back to application. In here, if you have a password for a database, you might want to put it here. So I'll put mine. Alright, you can go ahead and close this. You don't need it anymore. And now we're gonna go ahead and create our models. So we're gonna start by creating our category model. Let's close everything. You pull up the terminal. You can open a new terminal interface by pressing the plus sign. Alright, now in here we can start by creating PHP artisan make model category with a migration file. Alright, migration created. Next, let's create a post PHP artisan make model post here -m. Our post model has been created. Next, here PHP artisan make model tag -m with a migration. Alright, our model tag has been created. Alright, lastly, we're going to create a pivot table. Here PHP artisan make model post tag m. Alright, now we have created all our models. Next, we're going to go ahead and add some migration files into it. So here, close this, open the file explorer, you just collapse it, go to databases, migrations, and categories. So now we have a categories table here. You can now start filling it in. So here, type table unsigned big integer. Here, parent ID. This is for our categories table. So we're going to create a system where we are assigning the parent of the category back to its own table. And I'm going to explain this later when we start working with our categories component. So for now, let's just type here nullable. Right, next, table again, string name, table, string slug. You can make this nullable. Table, here boolean value, you can have children. Now this is going to determine if this category is allowed to have children or not. All this will be explained when we start dealing with our categories component. Default is 0, also nullable. Lastly, again, table, another boolean value. Here, app dependency, default is 0, can be nullable, of course. Alright, awesome. Now our category table is done. Next, let's go and fill in our post table. In our post, we're going to have a table. Here, foreign ID, user ID, a constraint right here on delete cascade. This simply means that when you delete our user, we also want to delete this post. Another foreign ID, a category ID. This is going to point to the category table constraint. Right now, you must be careful in the order that you migrate these. So first, we have the categories table before the post table, because this is going to reference, it's going to look for the categories table and it has to find it already created. So make sure you follow this order carefully. After creating our category column, next table, let's have a string cover, make it nullable. And here table, string, title. Yeah, we need a title. Here table, string, subtitle, nullable of course. Here table, string, slug. We can make this nullable. Alright, next is table, string, content, nullable. Now I'll post all these in the resources, so don't worry, you can get it from there. Alright, we have created this successfully. Alright, next let's go ahead and create our tags table. So in here table, string, name, here table, just zoom this in. Look, it's a boolean. Here app dependency, here default 0, and make it nullable. Next table, string slug. make it nullable. Alright, our tags table is created. Now, in our post tags, this we're gonna have to change it a little bit. This is a pivot table. In Laravel, it will look for a singular form of this. So here, automatically when creating a model, it's gonna generate a file which is plural. So here, post tags table. So we're going to rename this file. Rename it to. Okay, just remove the S so it can be post tag. Click enter, and then we can open the file now. Here, remove the S, make sure it's post tag, and also there, post tag. Now we can go ahead and fill in our table post tag. So this is gonna link our post and our tag table, like a pivot table, many to many relationship. So your table, you make sure it's foreign ID, your post ID, constraint on the post table, make it nullable, on delete, cascade, the semicolon there. Now we can just copy this whole line, save some time, and then paste it down here. Let's change this to tag ID. Alright, now we have successfully filled in all our tables. We can go ahead and try to migrate. Hopefully there's no error. So pull up the terminal, and here type php artisan migrate, and voila, now we have successfully migrated all our tables perfectly. And now we can just go ahead and close all this, close all. Let's go to our Chrome, to our browser. In here, if you refresh, this should appear here, login and register. Let us now go ahead and create one user for our database. Go to register. In here, let me type John, here john@gmail.com. Here, copy the email, same as password, just to make things faster and easier to remember. Register, and voila, we have successfully installed our database and create our first user for our project. Next, we're gonna go ahead and create our model relationships. So see you in the next video.